What actually counts as an indie game? From Claire Obscure Expedition 33 to more recently Mixtape, these multi-million-dollar titles backed by large publishers and funding organizations are leading the indie game crowd to call into question whether they count in the first place. Take Five Nights at Freddy's, for example, a game with a Kickstarter that failed spectacularly, literally pulling in $0. Scott Cawthon, an indie developer, pulled himself up by his bootstraps and made the game anyway to massive success. But money's not the deciding factor either, because take Friday Night Funkin', a game in active development that's backed by a $2 million Kickstarter. Yet nobody's calling into question whether that's an indie game or not. So what is it? Well, I think it's about time we acknowledge that there is a huge subset of gamers that, despite indie meaning independent, think there is a huge difference between a technically independent game and a culturally indie one. Friday Night Funkin', despite all the money it's received, was backed by everyday people and actively inspires everyday people to consider pursuing game development. Whereas games made by teams of 40 ex-AAA devs backed by federal governments or their dad's billion-dollar tech company don't resonate with people in the same way at all. And while personally I think the conversation should pivot as quickly as possible to whether or not the Game Awards is trying to blur this line, what do you think?